to definitely check it out. And modding these games aren't very hard. I think I modded Final Fantasy VIII. I did mod Final Fantasy VIII, and it looks fantastic. So that funny scene where Renoa like walks up and is like, "Oh, you're the greatest looking guy here," and you see that meme where it's like Squall's face and it's just pixels. The mod actually fixes that, and it's almost one of those things where you're like, I love the classic look, but you can't help but love the new graphics when it's involved. Oh, by the way, Dustin, these t-shirts that I made are badass. Love them. This is what Asia thought black people was like back in the 90s. It's kind of funny. Thinking of that, there are a lot of things in this game that I forgot about that it killed me when I remembered them, because I saw like a meme or something about it, or like I was scrolling through pictures trying to find like cool things to post on Instagram and stuff, and it was funny because sometimes you look at this game and you're like, oh, this is a really great game. I love Square Enix, what they did. And then you're like, how did this make it past the censors? There's a scene, and I don't know if you know about it, Don. There's a scene in Final Fantasy VII where it's the Shinra HQ, and you're going up the stairs. And I don't know if it's still in this version, and if it is, I'm gonna love it. But I think it's the not Shinra Mansion, the Shinra HQ, and you're going up all those steps, and Tifa, you know what? Let me just find the picture because it's classic. It's hilarious. I know it's on my Instagram because I have it. Okay, let me pull this up. Where did I post that? Oh, yes. This is so great. I apologize if anybody's watching this stream and they get easily offended. I'm very sorry. Sometimes we have to do stuff on here that is worth offending. Wait, how do I... Okay. Window capture, there we go. Okay. So... This scene is literally in the game. How did this make it past the censors? Really? I mean, I realize 1997 was a way different time then, and like not many people get sensitive about the stuff. But good God, how did this get past the censors? That's what's so funny. Like, you see some of the stuff today, and I'm like, and I forget because I grew up with this game, and you see that stuff, and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this is a thing. I love shit like that, by the way. Granted, I would never use that word in a form of hate, but sometimes words can be funny given the right scenario, and you just can't help but laugh sometimes. By the way, the gates feature, not gates feature, whatever you want to call it, the icons for whenever you are at a certain spot that show you like where the exits and the ladders and stuff are, it was the greatest thing they added to the game. And that is how you take less damage. Oh, I know. That's the funny part, is that like back then that word was not like as offensive as it is today, obviously, as it is today. By the way, what's up, Kindlieb? I hope I'm saying that right, by the way. Is it Kindlieb or I hope? By the way, Don, again, thank you for that sub. Also, I was gonna tell you something. Do you have a Twitter, Instagram, are you on Discord, anything like that? Ah. Gotcha. That's cool. I have, some Germanic ancestry. Not much, but I have some. That's actually probably a good idea. Not gonna lie. YouTube, or not YouTube, Twitter, well, YouTube also, but Twitter, Facebook, that stuff is toxic as hell. But I will have you know that if you're in a Discord server with me, it's very well moderated. We do definitely keep it 100% like, there's no bullshit. Like, I don't play that game. Like, you can ask Kindly. The server that we're in, it's not huge yet. Like, there's a few people in it, but not really active a whole lot. I run a tight ship when it comes to like my stream and stuff like that. I'm quick to stamp out any fires if I can, because I want everybody to feel like they're welcome here. I want everybody to feel like they're part of the stream themselves, even if you're not on screen with me or, you know, in a party or whatever. So if you do end up joining, know that there are moderations in place to stop things like that, so you won't have to worry about being a toxic area. This scene in the Final Fantasy VII Remake looks awesome. I cannot wait to play it. And I did notice something the other day. Apparently there's an ATB bar. And I don't know what exactly that's going to entail in the remake. If you haven't seen any of my videos, which obviously, Don, you have not, you can catch... I think I put a card to the FF7 Remake video I did. No, I did. The card that you have in the top corner is 10 Things You Didn't Know About Final Fantasy VII, which is a great video, by the way. Not to toot my own horn here, but you can check out the remake video I did as well, and it talks about the interview that was just recently done with, that's what I'm looking for here, with one of the business directors and also one of the, it was one of the... Well, if you want some good news, my friend, here is a link. Save that link so you can watch that video, or just check it out on the channel. FF7 Remake just got some breaking news not too long ago. I don't know if you've kept up with it for a while, but there was some news coming out of Japan that we might be getting a press conference in April. So keep on the lookout for that. That's very soon, obviously. But that video gives you some information to kind of not really quench your thirst or anything, but they translated an interview with Nomura and Kitase, and they actually talked about 2019 as it pertains to Final Fantasy VII Remake. I won't ruin the whole video, because obviously if I just tell you what's going on in the video, then you don't watch it, and then blah, blah, you know how YouTube works. So, anyway, basically it just talks about the interview and what Nomura and Kitase had to say about the relevance of Final Fantasy VII Remake in 2019. It also talked about how much progress they've made and stuff like that. So definitely check out that video after the stream, or whenever you get a chance to. I think you're really going to enjoy it. It's one of my most popular videos actually right now. I do have a question though. What brought you to this stream? Like, how did you find this stream, I should say? Because I kind of want to know, like, if I'm doing things right or anything like that, and any feedback I get really helps, so. Ah, okay. I gotcha. Well, I'm glad. Did the stream pop up, or did my video pop up? That's the question. Okay, is the tail down? Yeah, the tail's down. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, see, if you turn on your notifications for YouTube, it's supposed to tell you when I live stream. It doesn't always. One way you can counteract that, and it is to click it again to turn them off, and then click them back on, and then it should tell you when I stream, or when I upload a video even. Sometimes it won't, because YouTube's whole thing is just weird. I don't know why, but it tends to not bring up videos and stuff like that when it's supposed to. And I'm glad you decided to take that chance. I appreciate it, Don. I really do. I'm glad to have you here, man, and interacting and chatting during streams is a lot more fun than not, so, for good reason. So, I'm definitely glad to have you here, and thanks for stopping by. And kindly you as well. I'm glad to have you here, definitely. You've been around for a little bit. Oh yeah, no problem. I love doing this stuff. I wish I could make this my full-time gig. Unfortunately, I cannot, for multiple reasons. I have responsibilities and stuff, which I'm sure you understand. Now, if I could make a career out of this and actually do stuff like that and make money, that'd be great. But this is honestly a hobby of mine. I love doing it. My wife supports it, so I enjoy it. This channel has actually blown up a little bit more than I thought it was going to. I actually just started this channel in technically December, but it was really got off the ground in January. I started a goal of 50 subscribers for my first month, and guys like Kindly came in and helped me shatter that. I mean, it was I can't believe how many subscribers I got in the first month. I got 100 subscribers in the first month, and I could not have done that without you guys, and that definitely, I definitely appreciate that for sure. Like, it would not have even been a possibility if it wasn't for you guys, so I definitely thank you. And I'm on my way to 200 now, so Don, you're definitely a part of that, and I hope you'll continue to be part of that in the future. Oh no, trust me, nobody's more surprised than I am. Like, I actually, to be quite honest, I had an old channel. I still have an old channel. I don't upload anymore. I got burnt out because I wasn't doing content that made me happy. So I stopped streaming, stopped doing YouTube altogether. I mean, I was doing this full time, like, all the time. I mean, I was sacrificing, you know, hanging out with people, hanging out with my wife and stuff, and it got to where I got burnt out. So I stopped doing all of it. And one day I was like, you know what? I have a passion for this. I love doing it. And I also love Final Fantasy, and I love Square Enix and all their products and stuff. Sometimes they don't have the greatest track record, but they're a company that I've loved ever since I started being a gamer. So I said to myself, I'm like, okay, what could I make a channel out of that I wouldn't hate doing, that I wouldn't mind uploading videos, that I wouldn't mind streaming? And I thought to myself, I'm like, you know what? Final Fantasy. I could do Final Fantasy YouTube, I could do Final Fantasy streaming. And I decided in December of last year that I was going to start this channel. And I have been met with so much more support and so much more welcoming people now doing this than I feel like I ever did when I had my old channel. Because my old channel was kind of like a mixed bag of stuff. Like, I had Madden and Final Fantasy and stuff like that. And, like, I actually sacrificed... I had, on that channel, in, was it 5 years, 4 years, something like that, that I was uploading, I only got to 415 subscribers. And that was like 6 months after I stopped doing videos on the channel. And I just got burnt out. That's really all there is to it. And I learned a lot of lessons on that channel. I mean, I have a video on there that's got 40,000 views. I've got a video that's got 20,000 views. I think there's one with 10. But it wasn't content that I enjoyed. So no matter how many views I got, as long as I didn't enjoy it, it didn't matter. So now that I'm actually enjoying this channel, and I don't know if it shows, people are saying that, like, with my content, it shows that I really enjoy what I'm doing. And that's people that are, like, close to me and that have seen me do my other content. And so I do feel happier doing this stuff. Editing is a chore. It always is going to be. But it's something that I love doing. It's a hobby. It's something that I enjoy, like hanging out with you guys and doing this stuff. It's, you know, I mean, what else can you do that you can sit here and play video games and hang out with people, just random people? You know, there's nothing quite like streaming and doing YouTube. And, you know, every time somebody comments on a video, I reply back, you know, because I figure if you guys take the time to hang out and watch my videos or watch my streams, you deserve at least that much. At least that much. So every time somebody comments or subscribes to the channel, I try to either get a hold of that person, say, hey, thank you, or I reply to a comment they leave on a video, stuff like that. I don't do a whole lot of 9, and I'll tell you why. After I tell you that I love Final Fantasy VIII, absolutely love it. I don't care what anybody says. It's got a convoluted story, but I don't care. It's it's my third favorite Final. It's hard because I love 10. 10's my favorite game of all time, for sure. Favorite game, not just Final Fantasy. 7 or Tactics is my number 2. And if it's not one, it's the other. So I'm gonna lean towards 7 being my number 2. Tactics will be number 3. 8 is my number 4. So, and these are like in my top 5 favorite games of all time, besides God of War. So, out of the top 5 of my favorite games of all time, like 3 or 4 of them are Final Fantasy, and one of them is God of War. Not the new. I mean, the new one's good, but I mean like the God of War series. Yes, I'm a tenor. I'm a tenor. I know it's funny because my channel is named Soldier First Class. Okay, that sounds really fucking annoying. It's funny because I love 10 and I love 7, and obviously my channel's named Soldier First Class. I'm playing 7 right now. You would think that I would be like 7 would be my favorite game, but no, my secret shame is that my favorite game of all time is Final Fantasy X. And yeah, it will be difficult kindly to do that when I get thousands of subscribers, but I will still try to reply to everything that I can, and that's where I feel like I differentiate myself from the different YouTubers out there, or the people that are out there that do this, because I actually do care. You know, when somebody posts a negative comment, it affects me. Like, it bothers me. I love the positive comments and stuff like that, and I enjoy constructive feedback. Anytime somebody puts like a negative comment on something, it eats at me. It bothers me. So that's how I know that I care about this stuff. Because if I didn't care, like, it would not affect me at all. But it does, and I could have 10 positive comments and 1 shitty comment and just still let it eat at me, even though this guy's clearly being a dickhead. Like, I can't help it. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I'm that way. I can't help it. And I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I don't know if it makes me try harder for my next video. I don't really know, but that's the hand I was dealt, and that's the hand I'm gonna play. Talking so much, I need 2 bottles of water. Oh, 9. So it's not that I don't like 9. It's that I don't know. It's hard for me to pinpoint what. There's nothing actually wrong with 9. I like it. I like Zidane. I think actually I plan on doing another playthrough of 9, because I think when I played it originally, I didn't fully grasp the concept of it. So that always kind of sat with me. I did go back to the PC version, and see, that's why I hate 13. But anyway, I guess that sat with me, and I didn't really understand Kuja and Zidane's like relationship and stuff like that, and I think the childlikeness of the game really threw me off at the time. But I do plan on going back and playing it. So there's that. When I went back to my PC save, I actually had done the 1000 jump rope trick. So I have the achievement for that already, so I don't need to worry about that. But it's not that I hate 9. I don't want anybody to think that I hate really any of the games in the franchise, because I don't necessarily... 13. I hate 13. I'll fully admit that. I love playing 14, by the way. So if you have that and you want to play, I'm going to start a free company on there eventually, as soon as I get my head out of my ass. I'm going to start... Hopefully, I can start the Shinra Power Electric Power Company. Or I could start Soldier, or whatever 7 obviously related thing that I keep hitting my pop filter. Any 7 related thing that I could make. You know, I don't remember which option is better for the... If I want to take Aerith on the date, Aerith, whatever. Do you guys remember which option is best? Because I'm trying to remember and I don't. I think it's nothing, hey? Okay, we'll just go nothing, hey. I know to buy one, but I seriously think it would be so funny if he said forget it and then just slapped the basket out of her hand. I don't want this shit, get back here, I want my gill back. Yeah, I hate when they put like angles in games, because I definitely want to like... Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. Because I always want to look for like, there should be treasure right here. My RPG brain says there should be treasure. I know there are items here. So, okay, proud YouTube moment. Now that actually kindly, when you said that you found my channel because of my old channel, it's funny because I had not gotten on Reddit in probably 4 years. When I first started my old channel, I was on Reddit because I thought it was like a good place to advertise, but apparently they frown upon that. So I got on Reddit again, right? And I joined all the different Final Fantasy Reddits and stuff to kind of, you know, see what the community's talking about, see some breaking news and stuff like that. So, proud YouTube moment. I'm going through the Final Fantasy X Reddit, and I see somebody did the Chocobo race. So I click on their thing thinking, hey, you know, I'll just say congratulations, whatever, you know. Because that's a really fucking hard thing to do. And I get on there, and the post is, like, real long, and it says, oh, you know, I never could have done this without blah, blah, blah's channel. Thanks for posting this video. This really helped me out, blah, blah, blah. And it didn't click at first. And then I looked at the name that he had tagged for the video, and it was my old channel name. And I'm like, holy shit, I haven't been on Reddit in 4 years, and I get on, and the first thing I see in the Final Fantasy X subreddit is my video being posted for people to like and or upvote and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my god, that's awesome. Like, never in a million years did I think I would get on something as popular as Reddit and see my video on there. Like, I know that sounds like I'm bragging, and I'm trying not to, but I had like this super proud YouTube moment, and it made me really happy, I'm not gonna lie. Welcome to Tediously Killing Waves of Enemies. I'll be your host, Soldier First Class. Now every time that goes off, I'm gonna think that my subscriber notification's going off, because that's my, did you, okay, question time. When you subscribed to the channel, did you hear a notification for, did you hear the notification sound, or did you not? Oh, dude, I'm actually glad you found that video, because I'm trying to build this channel, and sometimes it kind of fights with me a little bit because of my old channel. Like that video, unless somebody reads the comments section, or somebody comments on it and I reply to them back and they like acknowledge that I replied, I don't have a way of letting people know that that's my old channel. So if they do follow me on that channel, it kind of is counterproductive, because I made the same video. It's completely remastered in HD, and it's like I refilmed the whole thing, everything. And so it's a little counterproductive on my part, except for the fact that now the new video has gotten like 600 views. So it's slowly growing, but it's not quite at the rate that my old one did. Let's check. And by the way, thank you for being subscriber number 124. Yeah, let's see, what's it at? It is at 519 views. Nowhere near 40,000, but still awesome nonetheless. So, I'm actually really happy that that's gone the way it did. I'm eventually going to figure out those notification sounds, though. Before, if I played it through desktop audio, you could hear double sounds of my, like from my capture card, you could hear, like you'd be able to hear Final Fantasy VII sounds twice, like an echo almost, like a real quick echo. So it sounded like shit, and I was like, well, I'll just kind of mute the desktop audio and see if I can get the sounds to still work, but I guess it doesn't for some reason. I'm actually thinking about making a 10 reasons why you should be excited for the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and if that's something you're interested in, I will definitely try to make that video. Obviously you're excited, Don, and I'm sure you are too, Kindly, and I'm definitely excited. So I think I might do, like I said, a 10 reasons why you should be excited for Final Fantasy VII Remake. I don't know when that video will come out, if I do try to make it, but I'm trying to gather some interest, see if people are, like, actually would want to watch that video, or if it's just one of those things where, like, people know why they should be already, but, you know. I'm waltzing in here making a big scene like you're a hotshot. Cloud. It's no big deal, that's what I always do. Barret. Fuck! You don't give a damn about no one but yourself. Cloud's like, fuck you, Barret. I do what I want. Wow, he actually called him hotshot. I forgot about that. No way Wedge's fat ass is gonna jump that far. Well, actually, there's a detail about that. They apparently, the first part of this game is going to take part in Midgar. Apparently, this is going to be an actual remake of the full game. It's not going to be Crisis Core or have anything from Crisis Core. I mean, it might have some cutscenes, maybe. But they apparently are focusing on the original FF7 as it stands right now. So I don't think we're going to have to worry about anything to do with Zack. Although I do love Zack. I think Zack as a character... I think Zack as a character is great. I love Zack. And I did enjoy Crisis Core when I played it. But I think that the fan base as a whole pretty much rejects Crisis Core, it seems like. And while I wouldn't mind having some background as it pertains to the game, it also actually kind of ruins the big shocker moment. Not that anybody is going to be ruined by it unless you haven't ever played 7. But I feel like Crisis Core kind of fits like a flashback. You've played 7, so when you go and play Crisis Core, you're just getting the story that you didn't get in 7. And to me, if you play Crisis Core before playing 7, it kind of ruins that for you. Like, it kind of ruins the... Spoiler alert, in case you haven't, which obviously, Don, you have. It ruins the Sephiroth revelation. It ruins the Cloud is not really Cloud thing, you know? So, I don't know, I like Crisis Core for what it is, but it definitely is spoilerific when it comes to, like, what... The Angeal and the Genesis Rhapsodus stuff is obviously nothing that pertains to 7. But, I mean, it does, for obvious reasons, but you don't get the fact that Angeal and Genesis Rhapsodus were part of 7 until you play Crisis Core. Obviously, Angeal has a big influence on Zack, is the original owner of the Buster Sword, and that's why Zack is the way he is, and Zack has a traumatic experience with Angeal, where he has to kill his own master, or his mentor, or whatever. But, at the same time, would it really do anything for Final Fantasy VII Remake if it were to include that stuff? I don't see it. I personally think that they could leave it out, and it would be okay. If they wanted to remake Crisis Core, or at least revise it, I would be okay with that too. But I don't think that Crisis Core actually has enough content, I guess you could say. It does, but it doesn't. It's weird for me to try to explain that. Doing a lot of research and stuff on Crisis Core for my top 10 things you didn't know about Final Fantasy VII, and doing a lot of research on videos, stuff like that. I think that Crisis Core is great for what it is, but it doesn't really fit when you try to play it through the timeline, I guess. And that could work. The only thing I worry about with that is, like, people tend to get irate about, like, oh, you're speaking for the fan base. You're talking about stuff that you have no way of knowing, blah, blah, blah. How do you know what fans want out of the remake? So, unfortunately, while that is a good idea, and I might utilize that concept, I probably will stick with 10 Reasons to Be Excited, because then I can kind of do that with the 10 things fans want, by saying, oh, you know, this is a reason to be excited because fans have wanted this for a long time, or something like that. You know, kind of word it so it's not me speaking for the fans, because people get all butthurt about that. And so I get what you're saying. I do like that concept. So I'm definitely going to try to utilize part of that for the video. And I do appreciate the feedback. Don't ever think that I don't appreciate it, whether it's constructive or like I'm doing something wrong or anything like that. I appreciate the feedback. It helps this channel. It helps me grow this channel. And I will never take constructive criticism lightly. You know, like I said earlier, we discussed that I tend to think wow, can't talk. I tend to think take things to heart. There we go. And so whenever, you know, anybody comes up with a video idea or something like that, it helps me, yes, thank you. I tend to take that stuff to heart, and it really does set with me when people come up with ideas or stuff like that, because I want to make videos you guys want to watch, because what's the point if I don't, you know? So yeah, if you definitely have any ideas, let me know. If there's any other videos besides FF7 that you're interested in, like if there's, you know, FF whatever, and you're like, I'd really think it's cool to find a video that's about this topic, I would probably consider doing it, because obviously, you know, if it's coming from a fan of Final Fantasy, then maybe there are other fans like you that think that way and would like to see that video as well. So I've got no problem doing it. It doesn't bother me. I definitely like to implement stuff. Doing 100% walkthroughs are really hard to do because they require a lot of time. And I like to do them in pieces, like, okay, the videos that you've watched of mine that are the tutorials, I can focus on one topic and really hammer it home and do a really, really good video on one topic. But if I had to do a full game like that, there's stuff I don't even know about Final Fantasy X, and it's my favorite game of all time. And obviously I've done the mini games, I've done the Don Tonberry trick, I've done, you know, stuff like that. That is easy for me to do because that's a topic that I can focus on. Whereas like doing 100% walkthroughs is hard, like I said, because it's time consuming, number one. Number two, you have to pretty much know everything you're going to do in that video before you do it, what you are doing in the video, and you have to remember all like the statistics and the abilities and what each enemy is weak to, or where a certain item is in an exact spot in an exact location. And granted, there are people that are really good at that, but I'm definitely not one of them. So if I'm going to tackle a topic, it's going to be like one at a time, like with the Chocobo race, the butterfly hunt, the Don Tonberry trick, the lightning dodging, the Kingdom Hearts one that I did for Kingdom Hearts 3 for desire and power choices at the beginning of the game. So stuff like that. And besides the fact that not only doing that is a good way to make a good video, but that actually also helps my content, because I do so much research. Like, if you guys saw the behind the scenes stuff that's behind this stream, behind my videos and stuff like that, you would think I was a crazy person. Because if I'm on lunch at work, I'm researching. If I'm at home and I'm not doing videos or I'm not streaming, and I'm sitting there watching TV with my wife, I'm on Wikipedia, I'm on Reddit, I'm on Discord, I'm on Twitter, I'm on every fucking social media you can think of, researching what people are wanting out of certain games, researching information about the games, looking at developer interviews, and there's times I'll be laying in bed trying to fall asleep and I can't fall asleep, so I will get on I'll get on Reddit and wikis and stuff like that, and I will just read and read and read for hours. It's ridiculous. Like, my wife's got to think I'm a psycho, I am like a walking strategy guide for that game, though. So, if there are any questions that you have, feel free to hit me up on Discord or Twitter or whatever. I got no problem replying back, obviously. So, there are definitely ways to get a hold of me. And, like I said, I'm sure that's probably not it. I guess I make her laugh or some shit, I don't know. She told me once, but I forget. But it's just funny because, like, people don't realize that when you do YouTube and stuff, that you have to know this stuff, because people will call you out on your bullshit. Like, sometimes I've tried to float by in the past on my old channel. Yes, Blitzball is great, but it can get really annoying real quick. I tried to, like, skirt by on my old channel just offhand knowledge, and I didn't pay my content the justice it was due. So, like, you can definitely tell the difference between... I don't know if you can tell kindly or not, and I'm sure you can because you watched my old video. But check out my old content and then compare it to my new content, and it will blow... I mean, it will just blow your mind how much different it is. Yeah, Blitzball was great. Titus, obviously having the Jex shots was just OP as hell. Eventually you could beat teams like 12-0. It was ridiculous. I know there's items here, but finding them is going to be the hard part. Wait, is there... Oh yeah, I have to come up through the floor here, never mind. Now I know why this is messed up. Yeah, the quality is 1,000 times better now than it was back then. And I have no problem with that, honestly. You know, it's how you grow, it's how you learn how to do this, and it also helps that I got new editing software, so like my videos are a lot cleaner. They're a lot more quality. I can change my video settings and stuff on the new editor. And I feel like my filming techniques have gotten better. I've gotten new equipment, like, let me show you real quick. Obviously, I'm sure you guys have seen green screens. I got a green screen. That's something that I didn't have before. Or I did, but I just didn't have the means of using it. I also got a lot better at graphic design. I learned how to edit videos together and edit out mistakes, stuff like that, instead of just saying fuck it and running through videos like I did in the old channel, which I'm sure you noticed. I got a great setup now. I mean, I'm gonna show you guys real quick. it's funny because it looks, if you look at the back half, it looks great. But then you look in front of me and it's like just piles of shit everywhere. Okay, so I've got my lights. There's my living room. And my dog, I don't know if you can see him. Got my microphone, my pop filter, stuff like that. My phone for quality purposes. Oh, my capture card, by the way. And then you've got, if it'll focus, you've got my mouse and all that good stuff, my monitor, obviously, my keyboard. But then, my bathroom door, then my light setup, everything else, and then you turn around and it's like, okay, this TV's on a tote lid on a box with all my wires right here. My Nintendo Switch there, all my power cables and stuff right there, all my Red Sox stuff. It's just a fucking mess back here. But if you look over this way, it's like, okay, it looks pretty great, you know? Let me stop giving you guys motion sickness here. I just gotta make sure everything's out of the border. But, so, it's just kind of funny that just how much different, oh, trust me, if this would have been like 3 days ago, you would have seen like a billion soda cans over here. But I made the, and this is the first time I've said this on the channel, I made the decision that I wanted to start losing weight, and I've let my weight go. I don't know if you could really tell, but I'm kind of chubby, and I wanted to improve my life, improve myself, improve my health, and because eventually my wife and I are going to try to have kids, and I want to be around for them for a long time, and you know, we just lost my best friend's dad a couple days ago, and it kind of hit me a little bit, and so I want to try to be around for as long as I can for my wife, especially our future kids. So I made the choice to not be a fat piece of shit anymore, and not to fat shame anybody, but let's be honest, if you could, and you're a little bit bigger like I am, you want to lose weight, you know, and some things are more important than food and terrible eating habits, and that's why I'm wearing this. So I made the conscious choice to stop drinking soda, to eat a little bit healthier, and just be an overall better person. Hello. Oh, okay, Facebook. That's how you know my name. Okay, I was like... I'm like, wait, how do you know my name? Okay, so you got the Chris Sale body going on if you watch baseball. Apparently terrorist attacks. Yes, it's really great for now. Yeah, I feel you, man. There's two spectrums, or there's two ends of the spectrum. One is you either can't gain weight, which I envy you, and then there's me that I look at a cheeseburger and I gain 5 pounds and my ass starts jiggling. Like, that's the problem. You know, like, I'm on that other end of the spectrum where everything I eat turns into my fat ass, and, you know, I've lost a lot of weight before and gained it all back, plus more. That's a common occurrence with a lot of people. And my problem is that I try to quit cold turkey, and that's a bad idea. Do not try to quit anything cold turkey, because it will forever fuck with you. Apparently I can't go in there. That's my problem with, like, I tried a low-carb diet, I tried all that shit, and it just doesn't stick with you, because, that's true. That is true. It definitely can suck. And I'm not, I honestly, obviously, I don't understand your plight, and I never will. But trust me, from somebody that's been through issues with weight, I understand, like, maybe not necessarily your pain in the situation that you're in, but I definitely do relate with a weight issue. But yeah, trust me, I'm right there with you. Exactly, and that's exactly right, Kindly. I mean, we all have a lot of people don't realize or care that people have other issues besides just, you know, their bullshit, you know, and that's another reason why I try to make people feel like family in my streams, because, you know, sometimes you're just having a rough day, or sometimes maybe you've had a rough life, and you just need, like, somewhere to hang out and be chill and not worry about what other people think, and just, you know, relax and feel like you're part of something, or a family, or something like that. And that's the reason why I love doing what I do, you know? Well, I worry about what Don thinks too, so. I don't want to talk to you, kid. I want to talk to the guy at the counter. Love how this guy just threatens you. Yeah, Don's for sure cool. I'm not gonna lie. We're battle buddies now. You know, you're a member of Soldier now, so you're our battle buddy. Welcome to, we're gonna give you something that you can't use for like an hour into the game. You know, I really hate you, little kid. Please stop talking to me. You guy's a dick. Oh, nice. Oh, you played, WoW, huh? Did I know that? Did you tell me that before? That you played WoW? I feel like somebody told me that they played WoW. Okay, I thought it was you, but I was like... I wasn't sure. By the way, Win, if you're still here, thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, WoW can be very addicting. VII is fantastic. VII is one of the greatest Final Fantasies ever. Like, for good reason. You can get it on PS4, Steam. I don't remember. Guys, help me out. Can you get it on PS3? It's going to be coming to Xbox and Switch soon. So whatever system you play on. You know what? We're going to ship Tifa here. We're shipping Tifa. Fuck it. Okay, PS3. Oh yeah, and on your phone, your Android phone. But yeah, when it's a great game. Yeah, I don't know about iPhones. It might not be on iPhone, but I think it's on iOS. I think. But yes, Win, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Glad to have you here. Along with Don and Kindly, we're having a good stream tonight. Yeah. Oh yeah, I have to walk outside. Damn it, I know she's shy. Yes, okay, sweet. I wasn't sure. I was getting ready to check the App Store right now. Oh, by the way, check out this sweet phone case I got in Vegas for my wedding. Isn't that badass? That is a Game Boy case. It's hard to say when, because I really like... I love Final Fantasy VIII, but 7 I actually rank above it with my favorites. That could be because 7 was the first Final Fantasy that I really got into as a kid, I guess. I was 6 when it came out, so if that shows you how old I am. Give me something hard, that's what she said. But I do appreciate you watching all those videos, by the way. That's definitely awesome, so thank you. 7 is a little bit... the story is dark. I want to say it's slightly darker than 8, but 8's still got like a dark story. I would rank 7 above 8, personally. But it's... The combat system in 7 is better, I think. The junction system is alright. But 8 is more open, I think, than 7. Barret, if you could stop making... I don't remember all these annoying noises back in the day. Was there anyone from Soldier fighting us today? None, I'm positive. Yes, I like the battle system in 7 better. I don't mind the junctioning system. I think it, like, at its core, it could have been really good. It was really easy to spam, though. But it had its place, and I think it's one of those things that they could learn from. So, I mean, after the materia system, they really had to come up with something revolutionary that changed. I thought he just punched Wedge like it was, or Biggs, like it was no big deal. Like, fuck this guy, I'm gonna punch him. Yeah, you can literally sit there and farm magic for like half an hour and you're just completely OP as hell. Especially if you grind the beach right outside Balam Garden, because there's a beach there that, what the fuck, Barret? There's a beach there right outside of Balam Garden that if you go to, the enemies are those little fish things. And, you get 6 AP every time you fight those. So if you went to that beach and grinded out those fish things, every battle you're getting 6 AP for your GFs. I like just one of those things where like that game was really easy to get OP if you do it right. Yeah, if you have to actually, you probably already know this, but you have to draw the GFs from enemies. Like, the boss at the radio tower is one. I think Eden comes out of Omega Weapon. Is it Eden? Is that its name? I don't remember. Doom Train you actually have to create. Cerberus you have to draw from Cerberus in the Galbadia Garden. Maybe one of the most famous scenes in this entire game. Yeah, when you've got to draw them from enemies, or like boss fights and stuff like that. I don't know why, I love that animation every time. That him swinging his feet cracks me up every time. Oh, by the way, oh, yes, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Bahamut, I believe. Is it Bahamut? Yeah, it's Bahamut. And, no. Is it? Is it Bahamut? Alright, kindly. Thank you for stopping by, man. I really appreciate it. Can't wait to talk to you again. Hope you have a good night, my friend. Oh yeah, the pocket thing for Japan. Yeah, I was talking about the Steam game. Wait, are you talking about the Steam minigame or the actual Steam game, like for PC? Because there's a Steam minigame that you have to do, and I don't remember what the summon is. I think it's Bahamut. I think. The little pocket choke... Why do I keep doing that? The little pocket chocobo thing is the one... I don't remember what the summon is that you get from that. It might be a chocobo. I don't know. I've never gotten it, obviously. I was thinking you only got items and stuff from the chocobo thing, but the Steam minigame, it's like you're in a sunken reactor or ship or something like that, and there's like pressurized whatever, and you have to use steam pressure or what, something to unlock the doors, and you reach a certain summon, and it's either Odin or it's Bahamut, but I think it's Bahamut. That's gonna... I gotta look it up. It's gonna bug me. It is... It's Boko, actually, is the, Chocobo World minigame. I know what you're talking about. Moomba is the other one. And Minimog. There's 3 GFs that you can only get from Chocobo World. But it is Bahamut, by the way. And I was wrong about Eden. It's Ultima Weapon. Yep, you're right, Don. It's Bahamut. I just looked them all up. The plot of 8 was good until they were like, oh, here's all this bullshit all at once. And man, I feel like they had the perfect opportunity to say that Renoa was Ultimecia, and they just completely let Ultimecia be her own character, which is fine. I'm okay with that. But then it left the openness that could Renoa be Ultimecia. She's not. I've already covered this in a video. The top 5 fan theories that Yoshinori Kitase disproved. And in that video, he talks about how it's untrue that sorceresses can't live that long, and that Ultimecia is like 1,000 years in the future, I think, maybe. And that is... like, that's why she couldn't be Ultimecia, and there's like several others, like if she was, why would Ultimecia try to sacrifice Renoa in the Dayling City when she goes to put the device or whatever on Edea in the city, and Edea, who is actually Ultimecia, summons the iguana-looking things to kill her. So obviously that's another reason why you would say that Renoa couldn't be Ultimecia, because why would Ultimecia kill herself in the past if she was trying to take over everything? Doesn't make sense. So that's kind of what was talked about in the Yoshinori Kitase interview. So unfortunately, while I do think they had the opportunity, they've had multiple opportunities actually with Dissidia and stuff like that, and the interactions that Squall has had with Ultimecia and stuff in Dissidia, that they had the opportunity, but they didn't quite take it. Now, guys, I have to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back, so just stay tuned. Okay. Alright, guys, I have about another 45 minutes that I can stream till I have to go pick up my wife from her cousin's house. But FF8 was the first game I owned. I fell in love with Renoa. Yes, Renoa was actually one of my original favorite female leads in a game. I really enjoyed her in the story. So I'm always like I know this is going to sound weird. Don't worry, it's nothing bad. But I've always been kind of a sucker for like the romance parts of these games. I know that's so weird, but I'm like, I enjoyed Squall and Renoa because it was the original, like, for me anyway, like, I played this game and I was 6, you know, and then I think, I want to say that, was it, 1999 that 8 came out? I was 8, and, I was a little bit older. I don't want to say more mature, because I wasn't, but when 8 came out, I was a little bit older, a little bit more able to comprehend stuff, and I kind of enjoyed 8 for its, like, romance backdrop, you know? Oh man, I had the perfect opportunity to wife Tifa right there, and I didn't. Yes, I do like Squall as a character. Squall is one of my favorite. Oh, so you're only a few years older than me. 89. 80s, baby. 88, nice. I will be 28 this year. Yes, FF10 is my favorite. Oh, damn it! Oh, I hate tutorials. I know how to do this. Can I just skip this, please? Ah. Welcome to the 90s, where tutorials sucked even worse than they do now. Oh my god, I get it. The spaces are blank. Just let me get through the goddamn tutorial. Yeah. Oh man, I remember one time I got through this really long tutorial and I was like, oh my god, thank god it's over. And then I accidentally hit the suggestion thing where it says, do you want to hear this again? And I'm like, no! I think it was Super Mario RPG, actually. Which, by the way, is also one of my favorite games of all time. It's in my top... Ooh. Is it in my top 5? Does it knock out God of War? Thank you. I don't like 10-2. It's okay for what it is, but it's not a proper sequel to one of the best games of all time. Like, it's just not. It is okay for what it is. You know, a closure, if you will. But them coming out with 10-3 kind of... I mean, it's not coming out yet, but with them developing 10-3 right now, or in the process, whatever you want to call it, it's in pre-development, I guess, maybe. I think that's what Katase was talking about, but I don't know. I don't think it was the greatest effort put out by Square, in all honesty. You know, it's funny, I played this game forever. I mean, obviously, 22 years. And I never knew that you could do that. I don't know why I never knew that. I don't remember when I discovered that you could do that. But for whatever reason, I did not know that you could put him in the back, or any of them in the back that you wanted. So, I'm gonna equip Barret with lightning. Actually, I'm gonna equip fire. I have lightning, ice, and actually, Barret's gonna get ice. Because I hate menus. Let's see. Cloud's gonna round out his capabilities with fire, and Tifa is going to get lightning. Let's go to the weapon shop. Okay, well. You know, one thing I also never noticed about this game, when you do the tutorial for this, I never realized this little subtle thing about it, and I'll wait to see if either of you, or well, to see if you know, Don, about what I'm talking about. I never realized that this is Cloud teaching you how to play the game. I thought it was these guys telling you how to play the game. But in all actuality, it's Cloud, who would have been technically at this time a member of Soldier, telling you how to play the game. And I thought that was such a subtle, cool detail that they put in that I never noticed until I watched a video not too long ago that Cloud was actually teaching you how to play the game and the different mechanics of it. Yeah, it's Cloud. When you see in the top corner is his name, and I never once thought about that. Yeah, but it's Cloud teaching you how to play the game, and I thought that was such a cool little subtle thing that they put in there. Because at this time you think he's a former member of Soldier, but here it is up in the top corner again. And it's actually Cloud. Fourth wall break in here. I was talking to the pointer. There's twice that you could tell that Cloud was teaching you, but never noticed. Because you talk to this guy and it's the same way. You talk to these three guys, it's the same way. And like I said, I never noticed it because I never even thought of it being a thing. It's just one of those little subtleties that's cool as hell. I think that's it. Hey, you learn something new every day, right, Don? It's okay, I literally learned this like a month ago, so... Okay, we're gonna configure... We'll turn battle speed up. Battle message... Field message too. We'll turn field message all the way up. And we gotta fix our magic order too. Restore indirect, okay. Yep. Good night, Win. You have a good night, and thank you for tuning in. I always appreciate it, and thank you for watching the videos. It's definitely awesome to have you on the channel. So, enjoy your night, have a good rest, and hey, I'll see you in the next mission. I love this part. Doesn't Barret kind of look like one of those Wii, what are they? The little avatars for the Wii. The Miis, that's it, the Miis. Doesn't he look like a Mii there? I said you say something? Ah, gotcha. I'll show you here in a second. Tell me that doesn't look like Barret. Just there in that little instance. Okay, so here's my feeling on this. And when you watch, if you watch, my top 10 things you didn't know about Final Fantasy, one of the things that I talk about in that video is the impact that her death has on not only on the story, but also has on Hironobu Sakaguchi, who is the creator of Final Fantasy. Sakaguchi's mother died during the development of 6, and he didn't have enough time to give a tribute to her necessarily, and Aerith isn't necessarily a tribute to her, but he was going through a lot of emotional pain, and he wanted to get that out somehow, and he also wanted to prove to children that were playing the game that death had a finality to it, and that no Kiss from a Prince or magic power could bring back people that you love, and that you had to get over and deal with it and overcome that, and you had to adapt and overcome, and that had such a strong message in Final Fantasy VII and its other, you know, the compilation itself. And to me, keeping that death of Aerith is something that definitely made like a difference to the game itself. So for me, I personally would like to keep it in there, and I don't think that being able to save her should really be an option. It would be cool to have her like in your party for the rest of the game, but I don't know how they would be able to make it fit and make it still keep the same impact and the same message that it delivers in that moment. So to me, I don't agree with making it DLC. I don't really agree with making it like an option, you know. So I have 61 emails. What the fuck? Jeez, my phone's freaking out. I had so many emails. Yeah, it's one of the most shocking moments in video game history. It's one of the most tragic deaths in video game history. It has an impact on the story that effectively shapes the way the characters are. Canal Gameplay, thank you for that subscribe, buddy. Welcome to the ranks of Soldier. Glad to have you here with us on this mission. How are you doing today? Yeah, like I said, I think it's got a huge impact on the game. I think it is one of those things where if you delegitimize her death, you effectively ruin the character development you spent 22 years creating. Ah, well, welcome from the United States. Glad to have you here. What's up, Brett? Welcome back to the stream. Not too bad myself. I am playing some Final Fantasy VII, one of my favorite games of all time. How are you tonight, man? Let me just give you 14 seconds to get through this. Man, Wedge is such a fat piece of shit. Well, if Barret would get his fat ass out of the way. Oh, trust me, I feel you. I fucking hated moving. When I bought my house like 6 years ago, I was so happy to be done moving. I hate doing that shit. And you know I always appreciate you being here. I hope they just remove the profanity filter in general. Like, I mean... see, honestly, I don't know if I will. Twitch is kind of one of those things where they promote who they want to promote. You know, nobody can find you on there if you're not, you know, within a certain amount of viewers. And it's one of the, I don't know, man. It's hard to want to come back to Twitch when, you know, I'm streaming on YouTube. I'm having decent success with the channel. The more I stream on YouTube, the more exposure I get with, you know, to my channel and stuff like that. You know, like I said, we've met Dawn, and Win stopped by from Facebook. Canal Gameplay is here. Kindly was here earlier. And, it's definitely awesome. Yeah, that is no shit. If they pulled half the stuff they did on Twitch that they did on, or if they pulled half the stuff on YouTube that they did on Twitch, it would be just a shit show. Another little known fact is you can go this way for about 100 fucking screens, and you'll get an item. And I don't remember what the item is to save my life, but I know there is one. Is it a weapon, maybe? I know that, like, some parts of this game there's a lot of traveling, but they do end up making it worth it to go the extra mile for it. Plus, it's all experience, so, you know, I don't have to do boring grinding segments. I can just do things that find items in the game and grind that way, I guess. And also, by the way, guys, if you are here and you like the stream, or if you just want to help the stream grow, do me a favor and hit the like button on the stream, because every like, every comment, every subscribe, it all helps the channel, and I definitely appreciate it. And it helps me keep the motivation to keep coming up with the content that I do. It helps me keep the motivation to want to stream at night and stuff like that when I can. So definitely omni-slash that like button. It is definitely appreciated. Canal, if you're still here, how did you find the channel? I would like to know how you found the channel. These little bastards. I love the soundtrack for this game, by the way. Probably one of my all-time favorite soundtracks. 10 is my favorite. I'd say 7 is probably 2. I feel like there's a decent amount of experience from that fight, but I don't remember. Never mind. Yes, the infinite frog loop. I forgot about this. That might be the most infuriating loop in the entirety of gaming. I mean, in all honesty, I feel like there's an item here. Like there's something important here. There's no reason why they would be doing this if there wasn't. Yeah, I don't remember this either. I remember finding the item back here, but I honestly don't remember this part. I think there's a few waves though, if I'm not mistaken. I'll just one-shot him with magic. Magic that doesn't go away when you use it. Cloud's got his limit break. Like I said, every time I hear that, I think my subscription, or somebody subscribed to the channel. Oh my god, how many fucking waves are there? Alright, I got one more wave in me and then I'm gonna move on, because I'm not gonna sit here and do this all night. Well, actually, I mean, I only got 17 minutes left of the stream, but... It feels like it. It feels like it, Don. Trust me. This is actually a decent place to grind. Alright, this is... Nope, not doing it. I thought there was an item back there, and I wonder if maybe I'm just too early in the game. Because I think that might be it. I'm gonna do something completely unnecessary and use my limit break here. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's when you infiltrate the Shinra HQ again. I'll have to look it up after the stream and see if that's the case. Because I'll feel really stupid if I go there and it's like, oh, there was one more wave and now you're an idiot. You know what I mean? It is 10:15 at night for me. What time is it for you, Don? Ah, so you're on mountain time. Ah, okay. Yep, that makes sense. You're on mountain time then. I'm in Illinois. As terrible as that is. Ooh. Just popped my neck. That felt great. I wouldn't worry about it. Should not be on your priorities of places to go, trust me. Around me, yes. I actually live in town. I live in a small town, but I live in town. And I recently just got fiber internet, which is sweet. I know that's like a small town thing, like thing to be excited for. But my internet went from 50 megabytes or 50 megabytes down and 5 megabytes up to 225 both ways. So now my internet is like super way more faster than it used to be. But I'm sure to like people in city areas that's like child's play. Does that thing give you the chills, Barret, because your fat ass won't fit down there? I feel like that's definitely a Star Wars reference, the fact they have to go down a chute like that. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, like, some people are like, I have a friend that's from Florida, and I was like, yeah, man, I got fiber internet. And he's like, oh, really? He's like, we've had that forever. And I said, yeah, fuck you, you know? And he's like, yeah, we've had it forever. And he's like, what are your speeds? And I was like, 225 both ways. He's like, is that it? I was like, is that it? What? That's like 5 times what I had now. It's a million more times upload than it was. Good God, was my internet bad. It wasn't even bad. Like, the bad part was I could stream and do whatever I wanted, you know. God, I'm gonna break that one of these days. Every time I hit that, it's probably like fucking nails on a chalkboard, isn't it? Fuck it, I'll fix it later. Oh shit. Normally I'm on top of that stuff. I'm a little tired though, so... And I have to work in the morning, so I'm real stoked. Plus I still gotta go pick up my wife here in about 11 minutes. Wow. I walked around in a circle to get dicked. No, don't end the current game. Oh, wow. What the fuck? Actually, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna feel stupid because I think there's a save point around here somewhere. Figures I take one step. I think I'm gonna try to improve the overlay too. Like, this was kind of something I threw together last minute when I was trying to get my shit together, because for whatever reason, even if I know I'm gonna stream, I have so much shit going on trying to advertise my stuff on Discord, you know, Twitter, Facebook, stuff like that, and then you got, like, all the graphics work I have to do for the thumbnail and stuff like that. Like, it's just fucking ridiculous how much stuff you have to do just to set up one stream. Yeah, I thought about going with my stream colors, but I kind of wanted it to match the game. So I'm probably going to probably do the black and red. I feel like my hat is always fucking off kilter. You are right. I could do that. You know what? Don, pick my colors. You think red and black, or... Well, the problem, Alaric, is that it is I do agree it is a little bit too much blue. So let's see, what do I want to do here? I want to do this corner black and this corner red. Okay, now that's sweet. I might redo this overlay, because it is a little, what's the word I'm looking for here? It is a little simple, I guess. Oh, I didn't realize that it was there. Blue and red are my two favorite colors, though, so I do like the blue of the overlay. Oh yeah, you just pointed it out, too. Alright, well, since we have found a spot to save, and I'm gonna do my RPG brain again, and I'm gonna save like 100 times before I hop off here, even though I know it's saved. Saved. There we go. Okay, now we saved. Alright, well, that is it for the stream. I'm gonna go pick up my wife. Thank you for watching, Don. Thank you for joining the stream. Alaric, sorry I wasn't on a little bit longer for you. But I do appreciate you stopping by anyway. Thanks to all the people that subscribed tonight. I really appreciate it. We are at 125 now, and that is incredible. We're only on the 8th of February. I want to hit 200 by the time this month rolls over. I know we've got a few less days this month with the 28th. So I'm hoping we can get to 200 before the end of the month, but I'm not going to hold out hope with that, just because we do have a few less days. I don't have an idea what I'm going to do content-wise here in the next couple days, but I am going to try to stream again tomorrow night. Not sure if that's going to work out, but I'm definitely going to try. Thank you for watching, though, Don. I appreciate it. Alaric, thank you for joining there late in the stream. Kind Lieb, thank you for coming back. And Brett, thank you as well. And Canal Gameplay, thank you for showing up as well. I'm Soldier First Class, and I'm on to the next mission, guys. Later.